Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3290, where we have 20 moves to clear out 63 jelly. And this is going to be tough because we have 20 moves to clear them out, but only 15 moves to clear out these ticking time bombs. And each of them has something tough to deal with. We've either got licorice locks or we've got cutouts, which cause areas of isolation, which are permanent barriers and I think much more difficult to deal with. And then we've got this magic mixer, also known as an evil spawner. For every 3 turns that I take that I don't strike this, it will have the opportunity to spew something out. And then if I strike it often enough, usually anywhere from 3 to 6 times based on the level that we're playing, and I don't know since this is my first playthrough for this one, then it will explode, and it will explode with force, so it will help us. Now sometimes these guys can spew things anywhere on the board they want. I mean, they start close in, but then they just keep spreading out, and sometimes they're limited to this area, and sometimes they're limited to not being able to go on the conveyor belt. So we also have to see not only what it's going to spew, but how it's going to spew. It might be it can only send out frosting or marmalade or more licorice locks on these 4 that are already locked. We'll have to wait and see, but I liked that opportunity. And yeah, I'm going to strike that. If I get the opportunity to never find out what it produces, there we go. I don't know what it produces, and I'm fine with that because I never wanted to know. But now I still have some work to do. Look at this. I can make a stripe. Oh, but these slide out. These don't have any place to slide out, so that's still a difficulty. And even though this is no longer an issue, well, it still is, but not much of an issue, I still have jelly in here to get to. So I like the opportunity to make some stripes in here. And that's what I have to look for. Striped wrapped combos would be best. So here's a wrapped. If I can set this with a stripe, I'll be in a better position. Now let's find out where these conveyor belts go. This is blue and this is blue, but this is blue and this is blue. So does this go like this and then come back around and keep cycling this way? Or does it come over here? Well, we're about to find out because we've got a stripe. It keeps coming back around here, and so this must cycle here, and this must cycle here, and this must cycle here. So now we know, and now we've got this opportunity, a wonderful opportunity, so we no longer have to worry about the ticking time bombs. I could make a color bomb, and of course that would be a great move, but I think this is better under the circumstances. Plus it's even going to reach up here. Sometimes I lose where my mouse is. I know you see a nice big ring sometimes, but I don't. It's just my tiny little mouse, and with all of the activity, I lose it. Now look at this. We've got a wrapped candy here. If I can set this off, it might even slide down and puncture some of these areas. But this is double thick. This is the area I need to most concern myself with, I think, at this point. And one way to do that is to concentrate some colors down. I just have to figure out what is that color that I'm going to concentrate. And I think it's going to be orange. I can do that. Oh, I could also try to get red out of the way. But look, I've got this opportunity to set this purple off, and that's one of the things I wanted to do. So I'm going to use that. But I've got to get over here. I'm doing this. And now I've got a stripe here, and I know that stripe is not going the right direction. But if I bring it down here, and if I'm able to pair it up with another special, that could help. Although if an orange comes around, it's just going to do that horizontal bump there, and that's not good. Now I've got a wrapped candy, but it's stuck here, and that got taken out, and oh well. But look at this. Woo! It's hard to get, stripes way high up like this. And I'm getting them anyway, so that's a bit of good fortune there. Now I've got this beautiful striped wrapped combo, and it doesn't reach over here, but it does reach over here. And I just have to hope that we get some beautiful cascading to help with everything else. Oh, it's not bad. It's just not beautiful. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to give this another go-round. But I got close this time. That doesn't mean I'm going to get close next time. That does mean that I did understand the board fairly well enough so that any luck that I had I was able to capitalize on. But I think the next time around I'm going to need both luck and skill. I'm going to pause the recording and I'll meet you back here on a new board and we'll see if we can get this all put together. Okay, so here we are again. Now I've played a couple more times and it hasn't gone all that smoothly. Not only was I not able to reach the edges, but I wasn't even able to get close to the edges because I wasn't able to sufficiently take out all of these ticking time bombs. And I found out that this will spew out licorice twirls. So we've learned, I learned from my mistakes and I'm able to share that with you now that I've seen what happens. So I do know taking this out is important. I don't want licorice on the board. So I do need to get this removed. I could do a wrapped, I could do a striped wrapped. I'm going to do striped wrapped because I think I can position these together to hit up here and down here. All right, I like that. Now this one is still a danger and it could slide down and out of our area. Oh my. I could make a stripe here. It would take out licorice. That's not great. I could just hit this with the purple. Or the green. I think I have to strike this maybe 6 times. I could make a stripe here. Unfortunately, the conveyor belt is going to take this away, but it will bring it back around. I'm going to go for the stripe. Oh, I can just drop them onto the conveyor at the same time. Or I can wait for this to come around, but I like the way that is positioned. I'm going to hope that this all stays on the conveyor. I think that the wrapped kit is going to take that over, isn't it? That's okay. This is the one I want to help clear out the space. I'm taking so many risks here. I know I'm taking risks. Oh, it does. The licorice does go onto the conveyor. Well, now we know. I wasn't quite sure that I didn't have to deal with the licorice for too long before. So at least it's a learning opportunity. So win or lose, I'm going to keep this as instructive. And I think I'm going to lose because, my goodness, I can't get to these ticking time bombs in time. Well, maybe I can, but I'm a bit nervous right now. Okay, I can make a stripe. And then I've got this wrapped. I could just take this out. I could make a stripe here. I could make a stripe here. I'm actually going to move this over. I'm trying to line these guys up, so I'm trying to drop this down. This is still a problem, but if I can position this, now I've got a striped wrapped combo. It hits here and it hits here. It doesn't reach everywhere, but it takes out the dangerous parts for me. So now I've got 3 jelly left to deal with. This one, not such a big deal. These 2, a problem. I could make a wrapped candy here, but a striped candy is usually easier to set off, and this is perfectly positioned. So I stick with that. Now I can't set it off, but the conveyor belt might help with that. And then while that's going around, I'm going to try to work over in this area to see if I can change things. Okay, I can make a wrapped candy. If I could get a stripe right here, I could hit all of these. Yeah, I can't, but if I could, then that would work. So, still close on this, but not quite. Such a shame. Well, we will end up with needing 2 more, but we also experienced some of those pitfalls that can occur. And I think that sometimes the problems on the board are more instructive than when things are just going very easily. So I'll pause the recording again and hopefully come back with the win next time. And here we go. I can hit this right away so it stuns it. Then that got opened anyway, even though I didn't open it directly. This is not looking great. I don't have any moves that I like, so I'm just making moves that'll hopefully create some nice cascades. This will line up together on its own. There's nothing I need to do to that. So if I have any better move, I should take it. Well, again, I'm just going to go for cascading, seeing if that'll happen. And of course, it took away this, but it also created some cascades. Now, I could do this, and that would open this up, but if I do this, I explode that. Well, that didn't seem to take too many hits on that. Maybe I got some cascading, because I thought I needed to hit it 6 times. It feels like I only hit it 3 times. So now I have to deal with the ticking time bombs. One way to do that is to try to concentrate the colors down so that I've got some opportunities to make some specials. But right now I feel like actually the specials almost create themselves. Lovely to say, right as I'm getting a color bomb. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to put it together with anything else, because when it's easy to create specials, it's also easy to accidentally detonate them. But I think I can wait for that wrap to come around and help over here. Now, how can I have this stripe help this way? There we go. That's how. I still have these bad boys here to deal with. And then once I get them taken care of, I've got, because I can take care of them, I've got the jelly to deal with. Notice that I took just an innocuous move over here. I didn't want to upset anything. I needed to be able to take out those ticking time bombs. So I just made a silly little move, not very consequential at all, in order to try to preserve what I had. Oh my goodness. If I do this, I offset the wrap so it's up here, but I put a stripe on the board, and maybe I can line that stripe up under here. This is also coming around, and I should be able to get a striped wrapped combo, but do I want the striped wrapped combo? No, this is what I want. And now look, this is lined up beautifully to help here, and this is out in the open. So I think I've got this one this time. We take this while we've got the opportunity. This is the last one. Boom. All right. So that was a bit of a stressful one. All in all, that took me 6 playthroughs to get it done. And, you know, sometimes I wasn't able to clear out the ticking time bombs before they exploded. And sometimes the magic mixer overwhelmed me. Actually, it was like I think it was the second or the third game I played. It was both the ticking time bomb and the magic mixer that just totally overwhelmed the board, and I wasn't able to get it done. But eventually, if you stick with it and you understand the different components of the board, you'll be able to capitalize on the luck when it shows up. If this was helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below, and I will try to respond as quickly as possible. And as always, thank you so much for watching.